You promise them that you bring them a ram, you bring them a year later, you're good. You don't end up in a hospital. Things don't happen to you. A year later, you're good. Then after that, you don't show up with your promises. They're not going to forget the promises where you make them. The things that you tell them, say you go do, no, those things you do them. You got to do them. So now they come knocking on your door and says, hello, beautiful. You said you're going to give me a cow. Hello, handsome. You said you're bringing me a goat. Where is my goat? I did my part of the deal. Where's my goat? Where's my chicken? Where's my cow? Now you are in trouble. The gods are not acting because out of the blue they decided to act so. No, they are acting because you promised them. When a lot of people are in desperation, I'm desperately in need of a husband, in need of a job, I'm desperately trying to get out of this sickness, and desperately, I want to stay whole, I want to be whole. When you are desperate, you make promises to the gods. Now, after the gods came through and showed that what you came to tell them is sorted, you've forgotten your promises. I'm loving the questions that keeps coming. I'm loving the questions that keep coming up. And there's another question I had was, the question was, why do the gods not forgive? It's an interesting question. It says that in the church or whatever religious practices that people practice, the gods forgive all the time. So they want to understand why the gods do not forgive in our ways, in our spirituality. And the question is, the gods actually don't hold anything against anybody. And I know this might surprise a lot of you, but that's the honest truth. The gods do not hold ill against anybody, or the gods do not have negative intentions against anybody, or the gods do not have negative projections against human beings or against us. And the gods are not constantly praying and wishing that we end up in disaster, or we end up in sin, or we end up in things that will destroy us. If not anything at all, the gods are actually wishing us the opposite. I'm telling you, every god ever there is constantly wishing that everybody does well, everybody do well, that we love one another, that we spend more time in nature, that we love nature, that we do not wish harm against anybody. Every god wishes that. Every god prays for that. Every god desires that. As a matter of fact, this is the objective of every single god. This is why the gods are actually here, you know. The gods are here to help you and I. So the gods plainly are just living existence, living beings in a dimension that we do not necessarily see them with our eyes, but very much do exist, very much are with us, very much are here to ensure that we fulfill the assignments, the reasons why we were created in the first place. And I'm not talking about the reasons why you were born. So when I talk the reasons why we were created, I'm talking about way back. I'm talking about a million years ago, 10 million years ago, 10,000 years ago, 100,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago, whichever age you really are. Don't be deceived with a date of birth that you see from the hospitals that this is actually my age, or that is my age, or this is my... All of them are not true. That's not your real age. You've been in existence way longer than this so-called physical age that they give people. So what's the real issue here? The gods are charged to ensure that we do well in our existence here, in this reality. That's the assignment. They've been charged with that task, to ensure that you and I do well, you and I live well, you and I do exceedingly well, you and I do amazingly well, right? So that's what happens. This is why people think the gods do not forgive. A lot of people come into contact with the gods, okay? And they make certain pledges. They say certain things. Like, for example, I take myself. Because I'm a partner to the gods, and I represent the gods, and I work with the gods, right? There are a lot of things you cannot say to me or do to me. It's just what it is. You understand? I'm not saying it to my defense, like, do not touch my anointed. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, because I'm in partnership with them, they are constantly ensuring that I'm good. You understand? They're constantly ensuring that nothing comes in my way. Nothing comes in the way of the things that I'm doing. They're constantly ensuring that I do exactly what I need to do every time. You understand what I'm saying? Every single time. So every single time, the gods are constantly ensuring that the assignment we told them we were coming to do is done. You understand? So I am making sure they're good. I'm building this beautiful place, this beautiful shrine. Listen, I keep saying it, this is the most beautiful shrine in Africa. You understand? Now you get to see the foundational level. You're not really seeing much behind me because some of the things here, the designs, the ideas they've asked me to build, most of y'all are not really seeing it. And that's definitely okay. That's totally okay. Okay, no problem about it. But here's the case though. The God's assignment is to ensure that you and I are good. That you and I are actually doing well. Okay? And they become jealous of us because we make sure they are also good. Automatically, everything about me, my life, my descendants are going to be sorted for life. So long as I continue to do this, and so long as my descendants continue to build on what we've started, the foundation that we've laid, and your descendants as well. So automatically, everybody in the community, I can mention names, everybody in the community, everybody that's constantly working with us, both online, the online administrators, the online contributors, the online teachers, the physical, the workers that are working here, everybody that has sacrificed their life to be part of this project, automatically they are good. Okay, because you're doing an assignment with the gods. You're partnering with them to ensure that the vision, the idea, the assignment that is laid on us becomes a reality. So you are on their radar. Yeah. This is why it's necessary that you become a part of what we're doing. And that's why it's so necessary that the contributions, the donations, the packages that are going to come out, okay, the Help Us Build campaign, this is why you must be a part of it. You must be a part of it because you are part of the partnership that we have with the gods. And it makes sure I'm good. It makes sure they're going to make sure you are good too. So I'm coming back to the point. So when you plan wickedness against me, guess what? You're not only planning evil against me, you're planning evil against them. When you disrespect me, you're not only disrespecting me, you're disrespecting them. When you plot wickedness, right? When you pay me back with evil, you're not just doing it to me, you're doing it with the gods. And every time they see me unhappy and I'm troubled and I'm going through it and I'm distressed because of your stress, right? They pick up the heat too. And they go like, wait a minute. This is one of the few people in the earth or on the face of the earth that is actually going all out to ensure that we are good. Why should we sit down for anybody to frustrate him? So now they come after you. Now you say the gods do not forgive. Okay, let me move it away from me. Let me take it to you. So anybody that wants to do wickedness to you, because you visited the shrine and because you have partnership with them and because you promised them that in a year's time, I would come back to the shrine to fulfill my vow, it is up to the God. It is their responsibility to ensure that you are protected the entire year because they are waiting for their ram. They are waiting for their cow. They are waiting for their goat. They are waiting for the drinks you promised them. So they protect you. They ensure that the year long you do well so that you can bring back their cow, their sheep, their promises. This is why if anybody on the street, or anybody, your neighbor, your officers, your bosses, your rivals, whatever it is, when they plan wickedness against you, they plan wickedness against the gods. I'm pointing in this direction because the shrine is at this direction. So what is happening is that when you are plotted against. When evil is plotted against you, it's not just against you, it's against the marine spirit you're in contact with them or you're in covenant with them. It's against the air beings, the fire beings, the water beings. It's against all these powerful beings that you are planning with them, that you have contracts with them. So the contract you have with all these beings do not forget. They don't pretend. They don't act like it never happened. They know, they remember. They remember that you made a deal with them, you had a covenant with them. So therefore, that covenant is in play. They're waiting for you to honor that covenant. So why on earth would any God ensure that something horrible happens to you? Are you getting a picture? Now watch this. The entire year long, the gods ensure that you do not mess around. Okay? You promise them that you bring them a ram, you bring them a goat. You promise them that you bring me money so I can put it into building the place. Then, a year later, you're good. You don't end up in a hospital. Things don't happen to you. A year later, you're good. Then, after that, you don't show up with your promises. This is where the real problem is. Not that the gods do not forgive. Not that the gods hold hindrances or grievances, or not that the gods is trying to destroy you, but you gave your word to the God. Guess what? You might have forgotten because everything is gone amazingly well, insanely well with you. So you might have forgotten the promises, the things that you said to the gods. That's okay. That is your wahala, right? Now the gods, them not going to forget. I'm speaking preaching. They're not going to forget. They're not going to forget the promises where you make them. The things that you tell them, say you go do, no, those things you for do them. You got to do them. So now they come knocking on your door and says, hello, beautiful. You said you're going to give me a cow. Hello, handsome. You said you're bringing me a goat. Where is my goat? I did my part of the deal. Where's my goat? Where's my chicken? Where's my cow? Now you are in trouble. The gods are not acting because out of the blue they decided to act so. No, they are acting because you promised them. When a lot of people are in desperation, I'm desperately in need of a husband, in need of a job, I'm desperately trying to get out of this sickness, I'm desperately, I want to stay whole, I want to be whole. When you are desperate, you make promises to the gods. Now, after the gods came through and showed that what you came to tell them is sorted, you've forgotten your promises. You said you'll not sleep with anybody's wife again. Guess what? You went back and did the same thing. You said you'll not sleep with that man, that woman again. Guess what? You went back and did the same thing. Now you have broken your promise. The gods do not forget. They're not humans. The gods are not like the dwarfs. One day I'll talk about the dwarfs. The gods are not like the dwarfs. So all these conjured spirits. Another day I'll talk about the occultic spirits. The spirit that the occult. Ask me the question. I remember and answer you. The spirit that the occultics use. They're liars. They will lie to you. They will not keep their words. But the gods would always keep their words. For example, right? Picture. So you have a river next to you. Okay? This river, everybody drinks from it. Your water sewage, your water company draws water from this river, right? You have a beautiful river. But guess what? You start polluting the same river. You start bringing all the dead weight, all the things that are not supposed to be in the river. You start bringing them to the river. You start putting all the poisons to the river. What do you think? You're not only killing the fishes in the river, which is against nature, nature gone for you. Nature is never come for you. So it's not only that, but what is happening is that now you just polluted the water and you're going to drink the same water you polluted. What do you think is going to happen? But that river is a god, though. Did you get a picture? That river is a god. It's an energy. That tree is a god. You pollute your soil by putting fertilizers in your soil. Planting your crops with fertilizers. So you pollute the whole place with fertilizers, but yet you want to eat the food and get protected and be healed? Come on. I as it is in the spirit, so it is in the physical. So if you pollute your food, don't expect to eat the food and be healthy. All these eggs you're eating, all these chickens you're chewing, they all polluted. They're not natural. They're chemicalized. But yet you want to eat them and be healthy. What kind of understanding do you have for this reality, though? Do you understand? So the gods only come to claim what you promised them. It's not like they are holding anything against you. You gave them your word, your own word. You gave them your word. And because of the word you gave them, they're coming after you. Are you getting the picture? So sweet. So sweet. They're coming after you. Because you went after that person that had laid down his life to ensure that the name of the gods are praised, that everybody respect nature, nature will come after you. Because you disrespect me, they will come after you. Because I disrespect you, they will come after me. I'm not exempted. You don't understand. I'm not exempted from all of this. I wouldn't say that, oh, thou anointed. No, if I mess around, they would mess with me. If I screw around, they will screw with me. The only reason why they're protecting me is because I'm ensuring that the necessary things that I do are right. A lot of people came after me. Why am I still here? Because my heart is pure. Inasmuch as they went to try to destroy my name, to try to destroy everything we are doing, because the gods do not find evil with me. That is why when you poured your libations against me, when you did your sacrifices against me, I'm still here. There's no wickedness in here. So I'm not exempted. If they find wickedness in my heart, they would get me. But guess what? If they find wickedness in your heart, they will get you. The gods forgive. I can eat the food from the altar. Another day we do a ritual, we give the food to the gods. I'll eat. Nothing would happen. I consider it's coming. I'll eat it. Nothing would happen. You try it. Because there's wickedness in your heart. There are certain sacred forests you cannot go in Ghana. Do you know why? Because you have wickedness in your heart. Because you've done evil. I can walk into those sacred forests. I walk in and come. I'll go and swim, eat there, relax there, sleep there. Nothing happens. You see the antidote to it? Do not have wickedness in your heart. Do not have evil in your heart. Make sure your heart is constantly clean. And when you do so, the gods would always ensure that you're protected. And keep your promises. Keep your word. Don't come and do work with me and go like I spend hours in the diagnosis. Okay, I call one person, I spend over an hour. The least amount of time I spend with each person is 40 minutes. This is why sometimes your diagnosis is delayed. So stop trying to say that I'm frauding you, I'm taking your money, I'm doing all this nasty stuff. Stop being that. I just told you, when you have wickedness against somebody who is doing it right, it will come back at you. A lot of people have done diagnosis for, I tell them, when the gods told me, don't ever plan evil against anybody, I tell them. That's how you stay free. That's how you stay healthy. That's how you stay strong. That's how you keep growing. Take the disrespect from your mind, from your heart. Take evil from your mind, from your heart. Do what is right. Okay? I don't care what... Do you know how many people want to kill me? It won't work. You know why it won't work? Not because, yes, the gods are with me. But not just because the gods are with me, but because my heart is pure. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I do everything perfect. But ignorantly, I might hurt some people. Come on, with human beings. I can just move from A to B and hurt 10 people without even knowing. That's not from my heart, though. That is my actions, not necessarily what you like or what you roll with or what you vibe with. You understand? But so long as you do what is right with the energies, they will never come after you. So long as you keep your word, they will never come after you. But your heart is evil, and you have negativity in your heart, and you disrespect the energies around you. Listen, how can you think you disrespect me and then you come to me for me to pray for you? How does that work? Answer me. And this why it's wrong. This why it will get you. especially when I open up my heart and still do the prayer for you. It's worse than me cursing you. You understand? Do what is right, love life, love nature, love the energies, and everything will fall in line. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video.